Hi there. This is a thread response to the vinyl community thread that Mr. Hall of Fame put up. It's a quite simple response. I just felt I had to respond to this thread. Didn't respond to a couple of others, but they were either too long with a lot of questions I couldn't answer, or I just didn't have time. You might hear it, you might not. This is playing in the background. It's Engine Dream, Alpha Centauri. Like a lot of you guys, I've been watching the krautrock documentary on YouTube or on TV, in my case YouTube, and I felt like playing this. So these questions, or the answers, questions to the answers, answers to the questions, are going to be done from the top of my head, so if I miss out on one or two questions, I hope you don't mind. First of all, favorite labels. I'm not going to take the actual album out, I'm just going to show the records. This is Beck's One Foot in the Grave. I don't know if you can see the logo. It's on K Records. I don't have a lot of K Records, but I do love that particular label. It started by Calvin, I think Johnson, who was lead singer of a band called Beat Happening. Started his own label, and it's a cult label, definitely a cult label. It's not as big as, say, Kill Rock Stars or Matador or Sub Pop, but they did a lot of really cool stuff. This is, by the way, an original copy, which I'm really happy that I have it. Another label that I really like, it's the Rare Earth label. It's a small logo there. It's actually a sort of psychedelic tree with cloudy words saying Rare Earth. Yes, it's named after the band Rare Earth, but it started by Motown, who wanted to cash in sort of on the whole white rock movement. Zappa, Black Sabbath, you know, the harder rock kind of feel, and what they did was, you know, start this label. And I don't know how much releases they had, but it's a really interesting label, and you don't find it that often anymore, at least I don't. But so far, every release that I bought by them, by this particular label, I enjoyed so much. There's two records I would really, really love, and I hope you can see them here. First one is this album, it's Toe Fad, and the other one is The Power of Zeus. Those are records I would die to own. Those are just must-have records for me. Beautiful label, great 70s, late 60s, early 70s rock music. Then the Uni label, if you can see it here. Uni, psychedelic bands were on this. Don't know much about this label, but I know that the stuff that gets released on it is pretty obscure, not really that known. Best known band on it is probably Strawberry Alarm Clock. They did a couple of albums on that particular label, but you know, awesome logo. It's got a swirling color, psychedelic color thing, and then the really simple Uni logo in it. Good stuff. This is the Pinkini Canandia album. It's pretty okay. It's partly psychedelic, partly bubblegum pop, partly singer-songwriter slash folk rock stuff. It's good. And then the last one, I have to pick three, I picked four. It's the Budo label. Here's in the O from Ohio Express, you can see the Budo logo. It's basically a statue of Buddha with simple writing, Buddha Records. The LP itself, the label sticker has psychedelic colors on it. I love this label so much. This is a bubblegum pop label mostly, and I love them. This is a label that if I see something on it, I might pick it up. It's just that good. And this is the first Ohio Express LP, I think. I don't know, maybe it's their second, but it's a self-titled album. It's got Yummy 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 on it. You it's not for everyone's taste, but if you love bubblegum pop, this is a label you must have heard of. 5 blues LPs that I have. That's question number 2. I'm not going to show any. Why? Because I actually only have one, and that's the Butterfield Blues Band. That's blues. Otherwise, I have music that has blues influences, but I just don't like blues. Never gotten into the blues, and that is due to, you know, the Gary Moore kind of stuff, the Robert Cray kind of stuff, even Manish Boy. That is what I heard as being blues, and I just didn't like it. And I know it's a cliche, but yeah, I still feel like that is not good. There's a lot of stuff out there that is good, I know that, and one day I will definitely find it, but so far, no way. No blues for me. 5 DVDs, just quickly going to show them, not going to talk too much about them, except the last 2, which are movies. Great documentary on Tad. This is Busted Circuits and Ringing Ears. Shows how much bad luck a band can have with the obvious alcohol and drug addictions, also bad luck with labels. They were on Zappa. Zappa got sued a lot because of this band. Not because they were so outrageous or violent, but just because they had album designs that were, you know, either looked a lot like a logo from Pepsi, so Pepsi sued them, or had a picture of a couple that they found in some supposedly empty photo book, and they used it as an album sleeve, and the couple finds out, so they got sued for that as well. They went to a major label, and they didn't support them at all, so bad luck all around for this band. But a great documentary, great music, awesome band. Belle and Sebastian, fans only. Maybe it is for fans only, I don't know. It is actually videos, live performances, interviews, all, you know, put together in one row. It's not a documentary, it's not a live show, it's not videos, it's all. So that's really good stuff. If you love early Belle and Sebastian, this is a must-have. One of the greatest live shows ever, Stop Making Sense, Talking Heads. If you haven't seen this one yet, you should. You know, most of you guys, you like or love Talking Heads, so this is a must-see. Great performances, visually just beautiful, and it even has, you know, Genius of Love by the Tom Tom Club on it. This is a compilation of videos released by Warp. Awesome label, but just a label I don't know much about, or I don't have much of. It's 32 videos, among them classic early stuff like LFO, Sweet Exorcist, Nightmares on Wax, early Aphex Twin, then later Aphex Twin is on it as well, Attacker is on it, Broadcast, Square Pusher, Played. Awesome stuff. Comes with a bonus remix CD, which is an hour-long must-have if you don't already own it. And then 2 movies. One of my favorite movies of all time, Had, featuring the Monkees, directed by Bob Rafelson and written by him and Jack Nicholson. This is a Had trip. Pure psychedelic, absurd, weird, out there insanity. You gotta see it to believe it. It's got Frank Zappa in it with a talking cow. What more do you want? Talking about Frank Zappa, this is a movie I don't think a lot of you guys know is out, but it's out. You can get it at Amazon. This is 200 Motels, directed by Tony Palmer and Frank Zappa, featuring the Mothers of Invention, Ringo Starr as Frank Zappa, and Keith Moon as a nun. It is absurd, it's crazy, it's out there, it's weird, it's wacky, it's wonderful. You gotta check it out. So those are the DVDs. Then there was a question, what genre you want to build on, or you want to expand. I don't really know. I mean, I basically buy stuff because I see it and it interests me. And I have some psychedelic stuff, and I really would love to get more into that. So psychedelic stuff, crowd rock, prog rock, more into that area. But if I see something that looks interesting, I'll pick it up. I'm not a collector of genres. I'm more a collector of music, like we all are basically, but there's not a genre that I want to have more of because I just want more of that genre. So no. What do you do in your spare time besides collecting records? I listen to records, obviously. I also collect books, comics, videotapes, DVDs, Blu-rays. So I read a lot, I watch a lot, I play computer games, I meet up with friends, I work. I don't sport because that doesn't leave time, and that's it basically. I'm not a guy who does a lot of things actually. I'm more of a collector in the broadest sense of the word. Maybe I collect too much, but then again, you know, I like it. And I think the last question was, which 3 records from which users would you steal? I don't like my records to be stolen, so I doubt any other YouTube user wants their records to be stolen, so I'm not gonna steal anything. But if I had the chance to sneak into someone's house, play their records, and put them nicely back where they belong, and then sneak out again, I would definitely visit Derek's house, Big Star's house, and Funky Fresh Bro's house. They have insane collections, and I just would like to look through their collection, pick out a record and play it. If they're at home, I wouldn't mind. We could have a beer and talk, but if they're not home, I would sneak into their houses and listen to their records. Put them back, not steal them, put them back. But that's basically my answer to that. It's kind of a bumbling video, this one, so I hope you don't mind. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers. Bye-bye.